let's talk about tattoos for a bit. Most of you have probably caught glimpses of my tattoos in the dozens of videos I've done, but I've got my wife Sammy over here, got my son Hank over here, and then my daughter Max down here. And all of these are very much exposed as I go through life, and as they should be, because they're the three most important people in my life. But what I want to talk about today is the very first tattoo that I ever got that most people have never seen, and by design. I'm not saying it's not a bad tattoo. It's a great tattoo, but just most people have never seen it, and the reason is it's up here. I've got this guy that I got years before the other three. Yes, this was my first tattoo. It was a pencil sketch that I carried around with me for years. It was done by a local artist in Kutztown, Pennsylvania, and I do not remember his name. I think it was AJ, but if anyone was back in Kutztown in the mid '90s and you remember this guy, yeah, I want to give him a shout out because he probably doesn't know I ever got this because I haven't seen him since then. But AJ was a cool cat, great artist, very eccentric, very nice. But I think he actually lived in a tent up by the water tower for a while. So if anybody remembers him, tell him I got this. But yeah, so I'd carried it around for years. Finally got it on my arm, and my guy said, "We're just gonna do it exactly like the sketch. We're not gonna color it. We're not gonna do anything. We're gonna leave it just like that." And he was right. It was perfect. But anyway, I think what I was drawn to about the sketch itself was the ambiguity of it, in that whoever sees it thinks the guy is doing something different. Some people think he's shouting with his hands up here. A lot of folks think he's praying. Now, I myself thought that he was trying to cover his face, trying to hide. And I think that's what I was drawn to because that's what I related to. Trying to be invisible, trying to hide, trying to fly under the radar, just like me, my entire life. And I think that's what I was drawn to with the sketch, and why I carried it with me for years, and why I put it on my arm. Now, the location of the tattoo is very telling as well, because as you can tell by my paleness here, I am not a muscle shirt or tank top guy, or a walk around with your shirt off guy. I never have been. And here I am getting a tattoo up here that almost nobody is ever going to see. So I think that is really telling. I got a tattoo of a guy who doesn't want to be seen in a place where almost nobody is ever going to see it. And that says a lot about who I was.